Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another quick vlog update type video. It's been a little bit since I've done one of these, and last time I had like really big news. I was super excited to announce that I was going to be an Easter egg in an upcoming adventure horror game called My Beautiful Paper Smile. Well, the dev reached out to me and he was like, yo, I have some voice work that I need done. And for those of you guys who have been around the community for a while, you know that I've been talking about it for years, how much I want to get into voice acting. It's a passion of mine that started long before I ever started YouTube or anything else like that. And it's something that was inspired like way back in the day because Robin Williams, the late great Robin Williams, was the only hero I've ever really had. I don't really idolize celebrities or anything like that very often, but Robin Williams was like such a big part of my childhood. And I remember watching him in like Disney movies and doing stand-up and things like that. And he wasn't ever the best voice actor in the world, but he had just so much passion for it that you could always tell that he was putting his all into everything and that he was having a blast, and that instilled sort of the same type of feel in me. I know I'm not a super great voice actor, but it's something that I love doing, and you guys get to see that when I do video games here, where I do commentary, where I'm doing those voices. And I'm so pumped for this opportunity because basically it's my first paid voice acting gig. I've done like little voice acting things here and there, but now I'm actually like getting paid. This is something I can throw on a resume. This is something I can put in a portfolio and start applying to other voice acting gigs with. And I want to get into that more. This is the year I told myself I'm gonna kick my own butt. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna break into the industry somehow, even if it's like minor voiceover things for local commercials or whatever. I'm going to actually start applying myself more to this. And I'm very, very excited because even though this isn't like a humongous part, not this like giant AAA game or anything like that, it's still an awesome looking game. It's one that I already had interest in long before I was ever like told about it, long before the dev reached out to me about it or anything like that. So it was something that I was already planning on getting into, but this game is going to be a Steam release. I'm going to have a part in it where I get to basically do like a really spooky voice, and the dev did say that there's gonna be some editing, as there always is, some like post-production mastering, where my voice is gonna get a little bit warped just so it sounds spookier, so I might not be super recognizable in it, but I'm going to be in it. My name's going to be in the credits of a game, and I am beyond pumped. Like, those of you who saw my tweets about it, I actually pinned my tweet about it because I was just like freaking out so much. I was so pumped to get this role because, again, this is a great start. This is a great little jump into the world of voice acting, something I've been looking for so long, and hopefully it's the kick in the butt that I need to just like move on and start like creating an actual professional like demo reel, which is another project that I've had on the back burner forever. Like last year I was like, yeah, this is the year I'm gonna do it, and then I never did it. And 2020, I'm already a lot more productive than I was the entirety of last year. Last year was like such a recovery year for me. I've talked about it a million times before, so I don't need to go over it again. But 2020 is less about putting things on the back burner. I'm not putting things off anymore. I'm actually taking control of my life. I'm taking control of the goals that I want to achieve, and I'm just so pumped about it. And as always, I always have to say thank you to this community for being at my back, for supporting me, because without your support, without your interest in my content, without the just endless amounts of love that you guys send me over on social media every day or here on the channel or whatever it might be, I wouldn't have these opportunities. People wouldn't know who I was. People wouldn't like want to reach out to me, and people do know who I am now, and it's all because of you guys. So thank you so much for everything that you've done. I hope whenever the game comes out, which should be sometime this year, I'll be able to promote it, play it on the channel, etc. And you guys will get a taste of just a project I was involved in, and hopefully are super hyped for it as well. I'll leave a link down below in the description, by the way, for the game, so you guys can add it to your like Steam wish lists and whatnot, but super pumped about it. Thank you guys so much. Along a similar vein, you guys might have noticed that I've been doing like a couple of sponsored things here and there, mainly just due to the fact that without good internet, I've been really struggling to stream, and Twitch is such a big part of my income that I've just had to pick up a couple extra sponsored videos here and there. Obviously, I'm never gonna pick out a game or a product or anything like that that I wouldn't use myself and that I wouldn't think you guys guys would be interested in. And for those of you guys who enjoy that content still and enjoy seeing me have that sort of support, thank you guys so much for being in my corner. It's not always the easiest thing to sort of like swallow your pride and go, yeah, I'm gonna do sponsored videos, I'm gonna do this like so that I can continue to keep up the quality of the channel, or just like make sure that I have a place to actually film in, etc., like be able to afford all that stuff. But it's one of those things when people are like genuinely enthusiastic about me getting those gigs, and also enthusiastic about the content that I put out, because I put like a lot of edits into the last sponsored video. It's not the most exciting gameplay in the world if you're not into like real-time strategy. For me, it was super exciting because I love those types of games, but I know it's not up everyone's alley. But I put a lot of super goofy edits in that video, and I was super proud of it. So for those of you who actually watched it, for those of you who liked it or shared it or commented on it or whatever, thank you guys so much for being in my corner on those types of things. And for those of you guys who are just like, oh, he's just selling out, he's, you know, sponsored content sucks, like why do creators have to do it? It's because of reasons like this. Like I have lost, I'm not gonna say the amount of money I've lost from not being able to use my internet consistently, but I, just for full transparency's sake, like it's been a pretty rough month or 2 months at this point, and fortunately I do have like the new fiber optic internet coming in here very soon. They're gonna install, I'm gonna be able to have like reliable, consistent internet that's super fast for way cheaper. I am pumped about it. There's gonna be so many Twitch streams from that, and obviously it's gonna be so much easier for me to upload a video instead of my connection dropping out when I walk away from my computer and it taking like 4 hours to upload like 800 megabyte videos. So I'm very pumped about that. Very, very, very thrilled. And again, just like during this sort of rough patch, this like weird gray time that I'm in, those of you who have been so supportive of me, thank you guys for being amazing. Thank you for understanding why I do any sponsored content. And again, it's not like I'm taking gigs where I'm like, I hate this game, but I'm gonna pretend to like it. It's always like games that I'm like, whoa, this is really cool, this is really fun, this is something that I'm into, it reminds me of my childhood, etc. So yeah, thank you guys, seriously. I also have been looking at working with another merch shop. I mentioned this a couple times on stream. I mentioned this on Twitter as well, but I haven't addressed it in a video yet. But I currently have the Spreadshirt merch shop that you guys can see the link of down below in the description, and that's not gonna go away. That's gonna stay up. So anyone who's interested in my old designs or whatever, you can always still buy all the old designs there. I'm gonna unlock all the seasonal designs at some point so that even like year round you can buy the Christmas and the Halloween designs and everything like that and get those anytime that you want. But I'm actually thinking about working with another merch shop that I'm in talks with right now, and I would love to have ideas for what types of products you guys want to see in the merch shop, whether it's products or designs. If you are like, oh, I'm really into the like water brand water thing that you do, like that bit, like let's get more water brand water bottles, or like beanies, or I want like, you know, just like any type of product. Like the old merch shop only had shirts and sweatshirts, and I think a couple long shirts or something like long sleeve shirts, something like that. But any types of products you guys want as well, let me know down below in the comments, just because when I'm talking to them and negotiating and figuring out how it's all gonna work out, I wanna make sure that they're aware of what we wanna have as far as products go as a community, so that way you guys have a large variety of different things that you can get the new merch designs on. And I'll be working with some artists. I'll be commissioning a bunch of artists sometime soon so that I can get that in the works, and we're gonna have like a brand new sort of look to the Girbeagly merch. And one of the things that I'm trying to move in the direction of, like obviously we'll still have like a couple like cute cartoony designs like on the old merch store, but I also want to try to design some more stuff that's a little bit more subtle, like streetwear, everyday wear style stuff, where it's just like subtle designs down the sleeve or on the breast area or whatever. And it's something that I've been looking into doing for such a long time, and I think I finally have the freedom to do that with this new merch provider. So keep an eye out for that. And also I started working with pop sockets recently, and I will have a little bit more about that soon. It's not quite ready yet, but I'll probably make a separate video on that in the future very, very soon here, just because I'm very excited about working with them. You guys have been asking for pop sockets for a while, and this one is gonna be really interesting in how it fits into the brand that we've sort of created here together. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff that's coming down the line right now, and I'm really excited for it, and I hope that you guys are as well. Really, besides that, I've just sort of been working on a bunch of stuff on the back end of things. Obviously, again, with the internet being down, I don't get to like dedicate as much time to content as I'd like to. Like, uploads take a million years. Streaming constantly cuts in and out. It's not possible to do like consistent streams for like longer than an hour now, and it's really sad. But I've been doing like a lot of back end stuff, a lot of stuff that's good for me, that's going to help me run the channel more efficiently. I recently came up with like a big spreadsheet thing that's like super organized, that's going to keep me on more of a consistent schedule. I'm gonna be able to plan videos out ahead of time. Things like the Tumblr Confessions video that you guys have been waiting on for a while now. I will finally be getting around to that. I promise. It's on there. I have not forgotten about it. It also made me realize how shitty I am at promoting my own P.O. box, because there are literally days I forget that I even have one because I don't check it every single day. But for those of you who enjoy the P.O. box videos, which I personally, I love making those videos. They're really fun. They're like a nice bit of variety for the channel, in my opinion. But for those of you guys who want to send me stuff to my P.O. box, the P.O. box address is in the video description of every single video, including this one. So if you go down below to the description, if you want to send me stuff, feel free to do so. Obviously, please do not send me anything that's going to ruin it for everyone else. Like, you know, nothing that's going to cause a mess in my office, nothing that's alive, nothing that is illegal, all that type of thing. Obviously, we've been sent some pretty edgy, weird, memey shit in the past. I even had like a developer of games send me a freaking crack pipe and a penis mouse pad. So there are things that are not quite crossing the line and are just super like edgy, goofy, memey stuff, which is fine. But just make sure that you're like not sending me like food that's like homemade or something like that. Like that I will just not be able to indulge in any kind of way. If you want to send me letters, if you want to send me postcards, if you want to send me t-shirts, I've gotten plushies, I've gotten fan art, all sorts of things. Like, people have sent me a million different things. Sealed candy is fine. I got like a bunch of like Twix and Skittles and just like other things like that. So just make sure that whatever you're sending through is something that I can actually review on video and have like a good time with. And at the same time, if you want to send me like edgy, weird shit, as someone said they were gonna send me like a picture of Harry Styles the other day, and I was like, okay, sure. I'm sure I'll come up with a bit for it as soon as I open it. I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff. I'm ready for anything pretty much, but I'm really excited to continue that series. But again, that address is down below in the description. So if you want to send me stuff, feel free to send it there. So thank you guys for those of you who actually are going to take that step and do that. Thank you to anyone who's actually sent me stuff and allowed me to create content on that before. It's just a really goofy thing that I always forget that we can even do. So help me make more of those videos, I guess. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to ramble about today. I don't really have too much else going on in my life. I've been playing like a bunch of offline video games that don't require the internet. Spent a lot of time with Morgan. We've been watching a ton of movies lately. We started watching the documentary series McMillions on HBO, which is about the group of criminals in the 90s who ran a scheme to basically scam the McDonald's millionaire Monopoly game that they play, and just like pass out $1 million tickets to like basically this network of conspirators. And it's really crazy. It's a really cool doc. And if you guys have HBO, definitely especially on streaming, like I definitely recommend watching that, just because it's one of those crime documentaries where like if you're a little bit sensitive to like murder or any sorts of like, you know, violence or things like that a lot of like true crime docs are about, this one doesn't really focus on that. It's got a lot of really goofy characters with a lot of personality, and it's just a fascinating conspiracy that like sounds so goofy on the outside, but then like as they delve into it, it just gets deeper and deeper, and it's just been super fun for us to watch lately because we're very into that type of content. But anyway, guys, I digress. I am rambling once again. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye.
Girbeagly.